This program is brought to you by Emory University.
Hi there, I'm Dr. Kevin Cryderman. I'm in the Film Studies Department at Emory. I teach things like independent cinema and documentary, mockumentary, and so forth. This class is a really radical interdisciplinary approach. So one of the things we'll be doing is looking at theories of political science and related to foreign policy. Second thing we'll be looking at is history of U.S. foreign policy, especially World War II to the present, a specific emphasis on that, but an overarching look at U.S. foreign policy. And then the third part we'll be looking at films. So the first section of the class will have foreign policy, theory, and history. We'll be looking at films like Wag the Dog, which is a very funny satire, Duck Soup, the Marx Brothers film, and Walker, which is about U.S. foreign policy in Latin America. Second part of the class is going to look at hot wars versus Cold War. So we'll think about war policy and military-industrial complex and so forth. Some famous Cold War films like Dr. Strangelove will be screening, as well as Why We Fight, which is a documentary on the military-industrial complex by Eugene Jarecki. 13 Days, Good Night and Good Luck, those types of things. Falcon and the Snowman is another classic Cold War one. And then the third part of the class will be looking at U.S. policy in relation to the Middle East. So we'll look at Three Kings, Syriana, and this documentary called Rethink Afghanistan, which is all about the Afghanistan war and so forth. And in the last part of the class, we'll also have a look at satire. So we'll look at The Daily Show with Jon Stewart and The Colbert Report and so forth. What role does satire have in critiquing and commenting on U.S. foreign policy? And we'll have assignments that are both serious assignments of close reading, rhetorical analysis, but interspersed in this we'll also have funner assignments where you do a parody of a U.S. foreign policy speech or State of the Union speech and so forth, just to think about rhetoric and rhetorical tropes by blowing them up to parodic dimensions. So I don't assume coming into the class that anyone has any particular expertise in film studies or history or political science, but we'll get students from different disciplines coming together and sharing their interests and concerns and having good discussions by bringing those disciplines together. So have a look at the online site and see if it interests you, and feel free to send me an email if you want to find out more about the class. Thanks.
The preceding program is copyrighted by Emory University.